Ready when you are.
Alright, I hope you're ready to continue playing. I am. And I hope you took the opportunity to maybe get up, you know, stretch a little or something. It's always healthy. What was that we just picked up? Oh.
Gonna find you!
Oh. Hey, sir. Hey, I'm reloading. Oh. Okay, I guess we got you all, and we got to level up. Oh, there are a few more back there. Okay. I think you were the one who didn't have any gifts for us. It's really rude when the neighbors come over and don't have gifts for us. That reminds me, today, which is a Sunday, where usually, you know, all shops are closed and everything like that.
Got it. Heads down.
I saw a delivery guy who brought some packages that had been ordered. I guess they were suspecting that some of them were important. And, you know, kind of made Sunday deliveries as well, or maybe they're stretching it out over several days, so there's not as much contact with as many people in a day. I don't know. Alright, come on, come here to shoot. Anyway, and so I took a package for a neighbor, which happened to be a microwave oven, and I was like, ah, damn it, I should have thought of that and just gotten a microwave. You know, like, I don't really have the room for a microwave in my small kitchen, so that's why I never got one so far. Because, like, Yeah, there's basically like the one spot I could put it is like the one straight bit of counter space. Or I could put it in like above the fridge, which would be very far up. So not really the perfect place. But kind of, you know, when you spend all your day at home, you kind of go and say, hey, it would actually be nice to just have a microwave to quickly nuke some food. Aw, they're making shoes for us. Sprat leather shoes, I guess. No, they're not shoes, but you know, we started that joke. So I thought I'd continue it. You are encumbered from carrying too many items. You cannot sprint or fast travel while encumbered. Sell, drop, or break down items in your inventory to reduce your carry weight. Your carry weight is displayed in the top left of the ledger. Space's Choice commends you for putting company profits ahead of your spinal health. Yes. Okay, I guess I should go find a vending machine. Or maybe I should just, you know, see and pepper pills. Companion ability cooldown minus 50, lasts 15 seconds. If you need to stay alert, Space's Choice will give you perk, whatever. Space's Chaw. 10, nicotine high, nicotine low. Okay, so I guess we can drop that because we don't want it. Alright, we can sort by... What does it sort by? Value. 6.3. These are 125. Okay. Let's see if dropping that one already... No. It didn't help. So... let's drop the mock apples as well. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I guess we could come back here. Let's see, on the map we are at this crossing and we could fast travel to Edgewater or to the abandoned outpost where we came from, I guess. Oh no, that's not a fast travel location, okay. I think we'll go back to Edgewater and then back out. It seems to be roughly the same distance and I'm not sure whether we can fast travel to the abandoned outpost, and even if we get there, whether it had vending machines. But I know we have a vendor here.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's Choice.
Trade.
That up.
Alright, let's see again. 0G. No, wait, we want to sell, not accidentally buy stuff. We have a bunch of mods. Okay. So, sell tuna, Corona, energy brew, tarmac and cheese, tartarus sauce, thinking caplet. Skin tough salve we also don't need, but the rest is healing stuff that we'll probably need eventually. Let's see, let's sort by weight. Okay, that's the lightest, I guess. 250, 1. No, it's actually the heaviest. Interesting. Cobbled exosuit. Tech skills plus 5, armor 5. Interesting. Can you eat that food? Yeah, we can, but some of them, you know, have, like, the nicotine stuff gives you a boost first and then drops it to you. And also, it's not food that gives you, you know, like, most of them are, like, quick buff items. So it said here, you know, like, lasts 50 seconds. So that would be Like you eat it, you start a battle, and that's it. Makeshift low pressure suit. We have 2 of those. Let's just sell one. Rebuild mining gear. What am I wearing right now? Let's look in our inventory again. I'm wearing rebuilt mining gear, so I guess we can add that one to junk. Patched low pressure helmet. Lockpick +5, that's nice. One-handed melee, we don't need that. Overhauled power helmet, faced us. This helmet has been modified. It looks sturdy, but it smells. It's just heavily armored, but it doesn't give any benefits. Not sure. The cobbled exosuit is comparatively heavy. This exosuit contains pieces from at least 3 other pieces of Hephaestus armor plus a hood. That actually looks really nice. What does it? Tech skills +5. And it has skill kit and utility, and this one has the same. Okay, so basically it's the same item, it just looks cooler. Do we want to give Parvati? Wait, let's first get rid of that million melee weapons. Stun baton. What is our melee weapon right now? Telescoping staff is better. Better as well. Knockdown, no, let's keep it. Sentry Saber is also not better. I guess I could mod them or something, but I'm not too interested in doing too much weapon stuff. So these are long guns. So compare with this one. Has more damage, but less. Plasma rifle. No, that's a heavy weapon, isn't it? Also counts as a long gun. But it uses energy ammo. This one uses more damage but smaller magazine again. Those are the same. Bolter pistol. Oh, we've not used it so far. Let's just sell it. Grenade launcher, assault rifle. 28 damage, but only 24 shots. The thing that I'm actually going with more shots and less damage is that I'm horrible at aiming. So if you find you're really good at aiming, then I like to have, more chances to actually hit someone instead of a few shots where I'm then ending up, causing a lot of damage to a tree. So that's why I'm generally not quite too eager. Hunting rifle, 66, but only 6 shots. I mean, that would be a good sniper rifle, I guess. It has an extendo sight. Yeah, okay, that sounds like it's a sniper rifle sight. Remember, it's always hunting season when you're armed with a TNL hunting rifle. 66 damage. I'll go for the hunting rifle, that sounds good. Is this hunting rifle? It's the same. Okay, so we can put that in recycling as well. Assault rifle. Can't decide on what weapon characteristics are most important to you? Forget to switch weapons during a fight? This T&L assault rifle is for you. It's always a good choice. It uses heavy ammo. Energy, heavy. Light. Heavy energy. Okay. Just thought for a moment I'd done something wrong. Light machine gun. Okay, let's compare that one. The shock cannon causes more damage, but this one has like a lot more. I guess we'll put that away then. Grenade launcher, they're pretty close. Assault rifle. Let's just throw it all away. Plasma rifle. One assault rifle, one light pixel. Shock. So what are these two of the assault rifles? So the shock one is 18 only. Okay, so let's get rid of that. I hope I did something halfway sensible. Intimidate +3, but lockpick +5 sounds good as well. Alright, and now...
Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice. Coming right up.
That's a good slogan. Alright, sell junk. Now we're only carrying 46. Well, I guess that'll work for now. Oh, and we have skill points to spend. Skills. Let's see. Where do we get... Okay, I guess we don't get insight. Okay, insight are the kinds of skills I guess that we only got at the start and we didn't spec into that enough. One, two, three. Leadership. Companion health. Okay. Then I will just keep going with these. Maybe spec one more. Alright, apply. So just keep speccing into our dialogue skills to hopefully be able to talk our way out of more. And we have a perk available. So let's see, cost 1 perk point, more base health, tactical time dilation for longer. That actually sounds useful because it means I have more time for aiming. Is the whole game in these Fallout-like villages? Do you ever get to use that fancy spaceship of yours, I wonder? I guess we'll see. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Damage when alone in party, no, not the plan. critical time dilation, recharge rate, walk speed, sprint speed. Increase your maximum carrying capacity. Armor rating, companion crit chance. I mean, making the companions crit more often means they can do more of the combat for us. So that might be one choice. Item durability loss. Or more carrying capacity. I think I'll go with the carrying capacity for now. Just because that means I can pick up more stuff and don't have to return as often. And that makes for a more interesting stream, I hope, than running back there every time. Okay. So now let's go back and actually retrieve the journal. Cuff, hoarding capacity, cuff. Yeah, I was very close to picking that, but then went like, okay, oh no, well, that's actually the one I did. But like, I was thinking about both carrying capacity and yeah, so I actually picked that because I like to hoard. The thing is, you know, if you, especially in, well, at least in the Fallout games. What the heck are you? Looks like a snail, eel, cross. Or maybe a snail who really knows how to cook. Ooh. Primal behemoth. I'm not sure we want to pick a fight with those right now. Come on. Just a little bump in the road. Anyway, in games like these, you usually have to like collect stuff and repair stuff. It's not this game doesn't have all the crafting stuff that Fallout has. That guy over there doesn't look good either. Another behemoth. Okay, they're partying over there. Transport wreckage. What was that sound? Oh. Hi guys. Don't mind me. Just gonna aim.
Slick.
Woo!
Come out and play!
Okay, here we go. We did it.
Okay, that cannot got in the way of my shot, but luckily in a way that caused enough damage that I didn't have to worry about him too much. The downside of this gun, as good as it may be, is that it makes it hard to find the bodies afterwards. Although I guess this one kind of worked. Maybe it's Parvati's gun? Did I update that to plasma? Or was that mine? I think mine is a plasma gun, right? Okay, I guess we got you. Now let's see. We cleared those bins. Anything else here? In that crash transport? No. Ah, here. There's money lying on the streets, I tell you. Just have to go back and sell it. Alright, so that's the cave entrance. Neat. Pretty river. You should see your Skyrim house. You had chests full of cheese and clothing and useless junk everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, it's... I mean, in this game, you get money and you can buy, you know, like, ammo and stuff for that, so... For that reason alone, it's good to just... What's this? Ooh, it goes... yeah. Oh, that actually hurt me. Didn't get back fast enough. So, hello you? Okay. Don't want to accidentally run into that. Ooh. Can open a bar. There's a bin, there's stuff. Mag pick.
That was quick.
Safe to unlock. Journal of Mbakonu, 20-bit cartridge. Hatchet, armor parts. Yay, we have the journal. Good. So where does this go? One of the things I like in games is when you have a companion and they get an ability to collect loot for you.
Get ready.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice one.
Whoops. Whoa. Stop throwing rocks at me. And why is he diving? Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Jesus.
You're hurt.
Okay, I got him. Where's the last one? Here. Okay. Thank you for distracting him. Jeez, what was this purple stuff? Primal hide? No, no, no. Primal no hide. Primal charge at me. Where did the big guy go? Did he go up in flames and now I can't find him anymore? Ah, here. But he also only got hide. Okay. At least I know where we came out. Primal brain. Wow. Tech kit. There's a mission in one of the earlier Borderlands games where you're collecting brains. It's a very annoying mission because you're just basically shooting enemies and then collecting what they drop. But they're very funny in that they make you... There's the other ones there, so I think I should probably go and take care of them before I run into them by accident.
Let's go.
Ah, I hate reloading.
Nice one.
Okay. Wait, there's another one.
Everyone all right?
I wonder what they seem to be throwing rocks, but I don't know what this purple stuff is. Wasn't there another one? Jesus. Oh, there's a person who has some money for us and a rifle. Okay. Thank you for your donation to our Hope Survival Fund. Did we do all of them? You don't see these details like rocks or purple stuff because Twitch scaled down your quality. Oh, really? Is my quality that bad? Well, I changed some of my settings, so it could be something I've been doing when encoding. Like, because I changed my program locally to record at 1080p, which will hopefully make the YouTube clips a little crisper. But I'm running a second encoder to actually encode, he has a pretty face. Why did you do this to me? Yeah, but so I'm running a second encoder to actually have the regular quality that I had before on Twitch. So I'm a bit surprised if like I had a casual look at it, but I didn't like have constant looks at the streams. So like I saw at the edges of the screen there is this purple glow or something, and Pravati was like glowing purple from like something like, you know, energy or something. I don't know, plasma.
Where are we headed?
So that was kind of, yeah, it would be useful to see. I guess I should do some more tests later. Well, on the pro side, you should be able to, unless, you know, like, all encoding has gone to hell, you should be able to have a peek at YouTube and see it better there. But my apologies if it's not looking good on Twitch right now. Is it like only at these fast action moments, or is it just here? Because like usually Twitch doesn't really change quality. Like I'm not a partner, you know, I'm not even an affiliate, so I do not get transcoding usually. But affiliates and partners, like partners are guaranteed, I think, to get transcoding. Even my name is hard to read. Okay, that's interesting. Top left, I guess. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe I have the... Let me just take a quick peek at the settings. Custom... I guess I could change this setting. I don't know if any of the settings I'm changing will have an effect, because it might have to restart the encoder for streaming, so I'm not sure if that's something that it'll do. But let's see if this works. And I guess let's go back and continue our mission. Because usually, like, you know, you have to be a very fancy streamer to actually get transcoding. So a normal schlub like me doesn't get transcoding. So usually what I send out is what you get. So if you get if you get bad quality, that usually means that I'm doing something wrong when streaming.
Move along.
Okay, let's talk to you.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Wait,
Please get it.
of course, but I had something I wanted to ask
What
you.
would you like to discuss?
Never mind. Okay, let's first look at this item in case there's anything interesting. Handwritten journal of the name Empakonu scrawled in the lower corner. Okay, nothing we can do with it, I guess. Looks like it's kind of like Doctor Strange or something. The logo on the front. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. So thank you for the
Any
screenshot. I'll
progress
look
on
at it
that
later.
matter we discussed?
I've got your book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Interesting. So yeah, he's not really a preacher. That makes sense. You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it, you just wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
I'm not sure if I want to rub it in. Meaningful. Okay, let's try. Why did you think the book held the secrets you were looking for?
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's a philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
A vicar searching for a banned book sets a bad example. Oh, wait. Yeah, sets a bad example, doesn't it?
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
So this comes out. Okay. Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need to ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand. Let's go with that. Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need to ride out of town. I wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh,
Ooh.
I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Okay, that looks good. That all part of your vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my penitentiary term. Left many an opponent bleeding in the prison yard.
Why do I suspect that he's not... You know, he said he was assigned prison duty. But to me it sounds more like he ended up in prison. Are you even a vicar? Because you aren't sounding very vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Can we talk on the other things with him?
I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to depart from Emerald Vale.
Okay, we can't. That's one thing I don't quite like in this game, is that like you should be able to ask about other things. And you can't really. But okay, cool. He's copying my skill set. Yeah. I was thinking the same. Oh, he sounds useful. He could boost those skills a little more. Talking your way out of trouble. And you know, there's one thing, you know, that I kind of hope that he really is a vicar. You know, and not a criminal or something. Because, you know, like, you know, priests are just people, and so it kind of makes sense that you know, they can get enraged or something about you know, if something is of value to them. So like if he misses this, so you know, it makes sense. On the other hand, and you know, like not every vicar is like or not every priest is like this person who says these, you know, fine things. You know, they're social workers and other things. So it's totally normal for a priest of some sort to be, you know, a little more worldly in some regards. Also, it depends, of course, on the religion you're dealing with. And so I'm torn between, you know, the way they they're showing him here, it would probably make for a more interesting, life story for him if we later find out, no, he was a prisoner and, new things come out that he did and things like that. On the other hand, if we just hear from him, if he's really a priest, then at least, he's a more realistic portrayal than most games make of a priest, which is also good. Comes now the power. Okay, we spoke to the vicar and got something from him, so we can deliver the message if we want. What's this? Okay, we need to... That's basically the main mission. So the robot we have to do something with. What was it? Abernathy. I guess we'll get the medicine next. The long tomorrow. Oh, we probably went out the wrong side. Oh well, I'm trying to think, like, is it faster to go through the building and take the load screens through the town, or just run around the town and avoid the load screens but walk a farther distance? Yeah, that was probably faster. Of course, now I'm getting kind of distracted and thinking, no, I think we've cleared this out already. I like that you can kind of like, you can just like basically walk through her. Because it's so annoying in games where companions have collision. Like on one hand, you don't want, to be standing inside your companions. Because that kind of breaks the immersion. But on the other hand, what also breaks the immersion is companions that are standing in your way and won't get out of the way. And so having companions that you can walk through kind of is good. You could always like put some extra effort in a game, but like, what are you gonna spend money on? You need to prioritize. But you could always go and say, hey, I'll make the companions, I give them a special animation so that if you're walking through them, they will, be appearing to step to the side or something. Like just turn sideways so it's kind of realistic that you might be passing them. And, doesn't feel like you're walking through them. But of course then you have to make sure that if they're in a doorway... Ooh! You have to make sure that if they're standing in the doorway that you're not, that they don't disappear through the doorway or something when they seem to be turning sideways. So it's always a lot of work to get something like this to work, right? TLL makes the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Your companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see the available perks. Okay, but first we should probably get sneaking again, because... Oh.
You got him.
You hiding?
Incoming!
Yes. Okay. Got one. Well, at least we hit. Yay. Oops. Oh, there's one. That's the big one. Ha!
Got him all.
It's interesting how they're burning up, but we're still getting full full armor from them. I mean, it's better than no loot, you know, but like this burning up effect. Fallout has that as well, and I don't quite like it, as I mentioned before, because you have trouble finding the bodies afterwards. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. By the way, talking of Fallout, I don't know if you've heard that they recently did the big, long-desired patch for Fallout 76. You know, Fallout 76, for those of you not quite aware, is the game where Bethesda made a multiplayer, you know, online Fallout game. And what they basically did, you know, Fallout is a story game like this one. But what they basically did was make a game for it, you know, where it's like more aimed at, you know, role players. So there is a world and mechanics, but there's not that much story. And so, of course, everyone who was a fan of Fallout was kind of, or most of the people were kind of disappointed.
Easy.
And so the game wasn't very successful. Also had a bunch of bugs at release, of course, which didn't make them the players enamored that more. And then they started like making a special higher tier paid plan that was mostly broken and things like that. So there were a bunch of things that kind of went wrong with that. And now they've done a patch which was about
Great work.
you know, they made a patch, and that was about it was about like adding story, because like the trick they did in Fallout 76 was basically every human was a player character, and the only other NPCs that you meet were basically robots. And so now they've added humans back into the game and kind of saying like, oh, they're coming from a state over. And how did I get to that? Something reminded me of that. Oh yeah, and Fallout has this enemies burning up thing as well if you pick one of their laser or whatever it is weapons. Okay, I think we've cleared out this place. And yeah, and I kind of wish that someone made a multiplayer game from this game, but you know, just, you know, make it so that, you know, I think more Borderlands style multiplayer, so that you have this game. Sorry for that shake. You have this game was you know, friends could join you in this game and just run around, do missions, kind of like that. That would be nice. Yeah, and Half-Life allies try to step out of your way. It's almost not annoying in hallways. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I think in some of the like AAA games they're starting to do that now. I've seen a few places where suddenly there was like a character, you know, turning sideways or something. Fallout 76 gameplay itself was not bad, just the subscription plan and some fixable bugs were bad. Make it multiplayer and call it Firefly Online. Yeah, that would probably be kind of the general direction. So regarding Fallout 76, I only played it a little bit in the beta, and you know, it's not a badly made game. It's kind of it has the same certain clunky parts aspects that that all the Fallout games have. So if you liked the Fallout games, you're not gonna dislike Fallout 76 because of that. But it wasn't a story-based game. Because, you know, they had this high-level idea, you know, the players are the humans, the human survivors. And you're kind of, they were hoping that there would be more emerging story than actual story in the game for the players. And that kind of, for most, you know, wasn't according to the expectations. So it was a very story-light game in that regard. And on the other hand, they left out a few mechanics that people expected from Fallout. And the multiplayer aspect was not very good. So like it had issues. For example, if you were playing a mission with someone else, you did not get the cutscenes and the conversations, or most of the conversations, that your companions got. And if someone found like a tape, like an audio tape, and listened to it, the other players would not hear it, and things like that. Or was it... I don't... Like, it was... I'm not quite sure even anymore whether it was you would not hear it, or you know, like, or it was you might hear it in the middle of combat or something, like, but, you know, like in, for example, if you look at Borderlands 3, that did it right, you know, and it's also, like, I think Fallout 76 also has, like, that you have, like, 4 or 5 people on one map or something like that, so, not that different. And it's also, like, one of the more lo-fi, you know, what do you say, like it doesn't have, like, big MMO servers where lots of people hang out, but rather it's more like you start a game and host on it and someone else comes in. It's not... Fallout 76 is kind of in between, but like Borderlands 3 is kind of like that, where
So what's the plan?
you start a game and Fallout and you know, invite a few other people to play with. And so yeah, so the multiplayer part was like, it was annoying because, like, each player had to walk up to the NPC and have the conversation or something, but I think the items weren't instanced. So if someone got a quest item, only that person could do it. It was like, there were lots of... I'm not 100% sure anymore if these were the concrete details, but it was details in that kind of vein. And so, you know, it made a lot of compromises to turn Fallout into a multiplayer game, but it wasn't a very good multiplayer game. And then, of course, they didn't at all, or not enough, didn't pay enough attention to exploits. And so there were a lot of cases where, for example, people did this subscription, and then you could just go in and basically clear out someone else's inventory, including all the items they had bought in the money store, and there was no way to get it back. And there were lots of players who found tricks with which to duplicate items and things like that. And it's all the things that, like, if you talk to someone who has ever made a multiplayer game, they will tell you this is important. You know, you have to have transactional security, so items cannot be duplicated, because, you know, game balance will not be fun. And the multiplayer in Fallout 76 is kind of like halfway between, you know, a local where you just have guests playing with you, and an actual MMO, and just random people will be in an instance with you. And so it just felt they had a lot of compromises in there, and people were unhappy about it, and people paid money and then got that stuff stolen from them, and things like that, you know. And so it's just, if a game starts with this problem, that the core audience that you had from previous games, you know, you're delivering something completely different, and they're unhappy with it, and then or at least, you know, they have to say, okay, this is a different game, this is not what I expected. I mean, I know some people who liked Fallout and who occasionally played Fallout 76, but many of the old players I know just, you know, played it a little bit and said, yeah, it has this, but the other games are better for me. And so, you know, it was just not a good choice. A lot of bad choices they made, or yeah. So I can totally understand that people were not happy with it, and it was, you know, that they started, like, the game came out, had lots of bugs, and they hadn't really fixed a lot of the, you know, bad bugs yet, and were starting, like, the cash store purchases, which of course then, you know, got stolen and things like that. So it was just like a perfect storm of things that went wrong in a row. In No Man's Sky, you can edit your save file to get items and change your stats and go online into multiplayer with no checks. You can even upload bases made up of resized and duplicated model parts in Blender, and it doesn't notice that it's impossible. It tries to render it. Lag. Isn't there a book, finally, how to not suck at creating multiplayer games? There's a bunch of... I actually have a few books in my bookshelf about, you know, creating virtual worlds, and I think there was one about multiplayer games as well that I had in there. It's a few of those books that are on my pile next to the bed, which, you know, like, oh, I want to read that soon. So I'm not 100% sure which ones I got and which ones I went, oh, I want to get those, but I first have to read the other ones. Something just happened to her cheek. Okay, let's look in this community center, I guess, because we're here. But yeah, you know, like, I would expect that if you're a programmer who writes a multiplayer game, especially, you know, at a company as big as Bethesda, you know, you should probably be able to hire someone, you know, who has experience. Like, if this is like an indie studio and this is your first, you know, multiplayer game, it's different. But also, you know, like, usually as an indie studio, you would start with a single player game, and then once you've got that down, you would get into multiplayer. But so, you know, it's not as if there aren't any people who know about making MMOs. There are lots, and you just, you know, you should be able to get some. Oh, hello, sir.
I'm ready for this.
Down they go!
That's the last of them.
Okay, so what did you maraud? Thank you. I mean, you know, I can talk because, you know, I'm not a game developer, I'm just a regular programmer, so it sounds a lot easier to me, and I don't know a lot of the details that are hard as well. And they, you know, releasing a multiplayer game that doesn't crash and burn on first launch, like, you know, there's always, like, lag and login queues and things like that, but, like, you know, that's kind of a financial decision more than a technical, you know. It's like, how much money do we want to spend on, you know, getting the peak at the start covered and making the game work with that, or do we just make the game so it will work, you know, with the expected number of players? And not waste time on something that we basically on coping with a number of players that we will only have on the first day. Bye, spread. So it's always kind of difficult. Oh. Is there a hand? And anyway, so yeah, so I can talk, and of course, for me everything is easy because I don't have to write the game. But compared to all other, you know, MMO makers and things, their launch was a catastrophe. Especially, you know, given, you know, you have...
Eyes up! That's the last of them.
No, that's not the last of them. Let's shoot at you first. Why are you running away? Alright. Oh, you had some interesting key thing or something. Come back here. Oh. You killed Pravati. No. That wasn't nice. So this, if I was on a higher difficulty, this would have, you know, Pravati would be dead now. So you have to be careful at higher difficulties, but luckily I'm at story difficulty, so it's not that bad. She will just not be available until the end of the battle, like in Mass Effect or other games. Some people have 1 hour after work to be a hero and get recognition for achievements equals gaming. If that experience is bad, they will flame the developers to hell. That doesn't happen with normal software. That's true, yeah. Definitely. But, yeah. And I mean, it's also, you know, like, starting a game is a bigger investment. You know, if you watch a bad movie, then, you know, you lose an hour. And then you just won't watch the movie again. But if you play a game, most games, you know, have a slow build-up, and, you know, they front-load the cool stuff to get you hooked. And if then the game just dribbles out, then you end up going, well, you know, then you've invested, you know, playing 3 hours, and then you realize, oh, this game is crap, and the payoff I hoped would come will never come. So and of course if the payoff doesn't come, but you've, you know, put hours into that. TV shows are kind of like that as well, you know, where people get really angry about the ending of Game of Thrones or something, just because, you know, they spent 4 seasons watching it, and then the last season just isn't going anywhere there, or isn't as good as the rest, or whatever, you know. So yeah, of course you have that problem with games. But in the case of Fallout 76, it's, you know, it's just that combination of first making a different game than all the previous games in the series, but, you know, not making it, you know, like if they had called it, you know, like Fallout Online or something, people might have gone, okay, it's not the next Fallout game earlier, and so the first wave of disappointment wouldn't have happened. But, you know, it was fairly clear that it would be an MMO. But then, you know, like people go, okay, we expect an MMO, and they didn't say that, and they kind of wrote like a hosted multiplayer game and not an MMO, and so that was also confusing, you know, and it's just like that combination, and then having all those bugs on top of it, and that was just what, you know, broke the camel's back. Oh, I used a hack. Okay, I didn't pay attention. Encode first aid keycard. Logs. Let's go for logs. History of the Emerald Vale exhibit. Synopsis. The history of Emerald Vale, once complete, will display the proud heritage of our settlement for generations to come. Decorating the main hall of our noble community center, this elaborate diorama of memorabilia of our settlement's founding will embody the hard-working spirit of our Spacer family. The centerpiece of this grand exhibit will be a taxidermized mantiqueen, erected within our main lobby as a sign of civilization's victory over nature itself. And so I guess we got the... Oops, we got the key card from the Marauder. Here. First aid room key. This keycard unlocks the first aid room in the Emerald Vale Community Center. Okay, I guess we can do that because we'll need it in the end. I guess we did something out of order. Okay, let's see. I really need to repair some items. Barred. Okay, so that can be accessed, I guess. Examine. Saltuna, Salmonidae salinis. If the ocean and rivers are the heart and veins of Emerald Vale, then Saltuna is our highly profitable blood. These meaty fish live in the ocean and migrate upstream during mating season. Saltuna are semelparous, which means they perish after a single reproductive episode. That's when our trusty Space's choice harvesters scoop up their corpses to be cleaned, processed, canned, and delivered straight to your dinner table. Okay, that doesn't look like the sprats that they put in the machine. Primals. This display, fashioned to resemble a pair of mighty primals, required extensive field research. Let us have a moment of silence for the researchers who gave their lives in the pursuit of authenticity. Yeah. We were pretty much endangered by that as well. Canid, Beta lupus familiaris. Canids can be found all over Emerald Vale in two distinct varieties, domesticated and feral. Feral canids hunt in packs, while domesticated canids can be loyal companions. It is important to remember that the canid is still a wild animal and should be treated with caution. Coming soon, Mantiqueen, Varanus Taxoderidae. Coming soon. Feast your eyes on the great frilled Mantiqueen, sovereign of our nest, imported from the wilds of Terra 1 to thrill and excite your imagination. I guess they didn't get their Mantiqueen yet. Open. I hope the Mantiqueen is not still somewhere in this place. Armor parts.
Nice.
First aid room key. Oh, we found a second way. So we could get... I guess if we hadn't caught the Marauder, then we probably wouldn't have gotten the keycard that we could encode with the computer. So now we have two first aid room keys. Welcome, Director Pickett. Messages. From Everyone, the keycard encoder in the lobby is back up and running. Hopefully it won't go on the fritz again and start shooting keycards at anyone who walks by. As a reminder, in case it does break down again, you can borrow a keycard from the director or one of the workers in the second floor office if you lose your card. Director Pickett, I must lodge a complaint. Your obsession with this Mantiqueen is wasting all of our budget and holding up development on the entire exhibit. This has to stop. Hello, Mr. Pickett. This letter is to update you regarding your request for one adult Mantiqueen. As you may remember, our trackers discovered a beautiful specimen out in the wild. Per your approval, we deployed a team of our highly skilled hunters to kill it for you. Okay, but they never got one. Riot control armor. Pit cartridge, yes. Sawed-off shotgun. I want to watch TV. But there's nothing on. That's the barred door we saw earlier, I guess. Ah, no. This is the barred door we saw earlier. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's a vending machine. Let's see how far are we. 110 of 160. Yeah, we should probably sell a few things. Let's go with all the food first. Toxin absorbers. Nicopad. Plain and pure water containing sugar. Frozen dinner. Water without the hydrogen or oxygen. Mock apple juice. Mind attributes +1. Base health. For 2 minutes. Spaces. Tarmac and cheese, Spacer's choice. They're all just buffs. I wish there was something like, you know, like the healing things among the food so that we could find it more often. Alright. So this should at least give us a little more weight to carry. Handguns, no, I don't think we need all these. Lockpick might be useful. It's also lockpick. So one of those we can sell. Riot control armor. Stealth skill +5. Armor 4. That might be comparable to what we have, but maybe better. Tech skills +5. Stealth skills. One-handed melee. One-handed melee. Tech skills +5. Two of those. Standard troop helmet. That's the intimidate. Okay. And I guess we'll go and just dump all the melee weapons for now. Hatchet. For all your light duty axing needs. Two sawed-off shotguns. 2 light pistols. Assault rifle. Those are also the same. More of those. Okay. So we should be good again. In before find us a Mantiqueen fetch quest. Yeah. I'm sure there is one somewhere in this game. Oh, okay, that's where we came in. Oh, and that's where he wanted to go. Okay, so I guess if we had turned left, we would have seen that we can't go in here. That computer doesn't work. Experimental anthracylin. Okay, that's what we need for this mission. Stun baton. Alright. Oh, right, we should check if we have something that can replace our mostly broken gun. So this one is now better than that one. Oh, okay, so let's pick this one. Although, you know, this one is kind of nice. This one could take a magazine mod. Impact hammer. Gotta see if maybe Parvati's hammer. Hers is electric but 120. So this one is more damage, but no longer electric. Does knockdown. So let's give her that hammer and hope that that helps something. And her pistol. 121. No, her pistol is actually better than what we have here. Okay, I'll see if I can repair that, I guess. Oh, and we've got... Oh, right, we've got perks for us available that we haven't equipped. Bonus support, increase your engineering... Oh no, that's Parvati's perks. Okay, right, we mentioned there was a screen and we never did this. Increase the amount of threat this companion generates, making it less likely to attack this companion. No, I mean the companion is our meat shield, that won't do. More threat generated. More base health or bonus support engineering. Yeah, we'll do that. We want our talky skills, right? So engineering should help us solve some problems without having to fight. Journal. Let's see. So now we have to choose whether we give it to Esther or Abernathy. Oh, and we have a skill points here as well. I guess we leveled up or something. So, I guess again, stealth, dialogue, tech. But maybe we should invest a little bit in... We're mostly using ranged weapons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Dialogue, stealth, tech, one more. So this way, maybe our guns get a little better. All right. Guess we've collected everything we can here. And that's where we came from. Okay. Oh, cell and then revolver. Let's see. Let's leave these items just for now. We're not pressed for inventory space right now. So, what do you think? Who should we give it to? Emerald Vale Community Center, presented by Space's Choice. Oh, there's the main entrance. We went through the side. Let's see where this entrance leads. Oh, I think that was... Yeah, we came past here already. We're doing everything in the wrong order. It's always nice to see with these games. You don't recall who they were and you can't read the blurry screen. Okay, so we have the what's it called? So Abernathy was the guy who was kind of sick and was going like, here, I'll hire you, get me this medicine. And Esther was the one who said, hey, this guy's a hypochondriac and you should better give it to me, I can distribute it to people in town. Because the company is not healing people. So those are the ones. So the question is, do we believe Esther to be good, or do we believe Abernathy to not be a hypochondriac? I have to admit, like, on my first offline attempt to play this game, I of course gave it to Esther, and I'm now kind of tempted just to find out what happens to give it to Abernathy. On the other hand, you know, I don't want to screw up my game choices and maybe not get something that I liked the first time through, because you never know here. So I myself am not decided whether I want to give it to Esther or try out Abernathy. Oh, is the stuff we dropped still there? Yes. Waste not, want not. The weights in this game are kind of weird, by the way. Like, you can tell that, you know, it's a game mechanic that they just describe by weight. But like, if you look at the items, some have ridiculous weights compared to each other. And it's just, you know, like, yeah, of course we're gonna have different weights. What was that pop up there?
Look out!
Huh!
Nice one!
Why are the sprats attacking us?
That's the last of them.
That's odd. They used to be the nice ones. Those related to the ones I whacked at the beginning. Space's Choice Saltuna Marketing Division. Unlock second story balcony door. That sounds good. I might need that door. Messages. To R. Thompson from Gibbs. Excellent news. Hey boss, just wanted to check up on the new Saltuna Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product line and I think some of them will really catch our customers' attention. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They're not interested in your idea of a light version of the Saltuna brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately, we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits to every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, our logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Saltuna, hour after hour, day after day. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and for me. Effective immediately, your position in our marketing division has been terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Your uniform will be deducted from your pay. Jeez. Return to root. Personal files. Ideas for Saltuna Light taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. Note, also can't spell Saltuna with aunts. Potential to market towards families. Leading scientists say it's still food. The Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't really that good at coming up with marketing slogans, I think, although I don't know, like some of the slogans they have here aren't much better, so that might have been the ones they let him get away with. Or her, or whoever we're talking about. Ooh. Yeah, they're hacking tools just on people's tables randomly. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but... Ooh. I mean, in this area, I'm kind of not surprised that they have, ammunition crates on the balcony, because, you might have to defend yourself from animals or something. Guess that's it. Alright. Just save scum. They were rabid. Rabid rabbits? I'm actually, yeah, I think you know what, I think I will save scum, just because I'm curious what will happen, but on the other hand, I kind of, like, both endings will probably be slightly dissatisfying of this mission.
Wish we had some better rations.
I know how you feel.
So let's save. And now go to him and offer him the medicine.
You wanna mingle, go try the cantina.
Taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I have that medicine you wanted.
Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting.
Esther tells me you have a tendency to part toward hypochondria.
I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something?
Let's see.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Not true. You've got a secret. Secrets aren't free, or I risk my life to save yours.
You're wringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
That wasn't really that impressive. Let's see, does she react?
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
Abernathy needed that medicine. I'll let him have it.
I can't say I'm pleased, but what's done is done.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Technically. I'll leave you be. Okay. That doesn't sound that good. So go back. Okay, let's go to her and try this again. Actually, you know what? I'll first go to him and ask for his secret.
You wanna mingle, go try the cantina.
That medicine
Let's
you
see it.
wanted?
Don't keep us waiting.
It's all yours.
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best.
I mean, this kind of sounds like
Scratched
it's more a
together all
drug.
the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Not true, you've got a secret. Secrets aren't free.
You'd really sprat me out? For what? A couple of extra bits? Here, take it then.
Oh, okay, it's that secret. Okay, never mind then. Okay. So, let's go back. And this time do the nice thing. Doop-de-doo. What? Restoring a save? No, me? Never.
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
I've got that medicine you were after.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
I'm curious, who are you going to give that medicine to?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
Yep. What do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means
Okay,
I keep tabs on
we
a
did
worker's
that
living
already.
expenses. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
I'll leave you be. Okay, so at least we did, you know, the good thing and saved more than one person. Given it was enough for 3 people, apparently. And I'm kind of curious why, you know, we couldn't just give part of it to him. I just thought the barkeep had gone. Okay, so let's see, what missions do we have left? We have the main quest, we have the robot quest. So I guess we're gonna deal with the mechanical scout wherever it is. So the scout is something I also remember to do, which is why I pushed it back towards the end. Because the one thing I know about it is... So that's a slight spoiler that we can probably... Let's see, what does she? Tech skills +5. Let's give her that helmet just because then she has at least something. Okay, so the one thing I remember about this mission is that we can get yeah, that it helps to have lots of I think engineering or science or something like that for that mission. So sorry, slight out of game knowledge use here. But it might be better. Guess that's where we're going, is it? That reminds me. Hi Num Nums, how's it going? What are you doing today? I hope you're having a good Sunday. Oh. Well, actually the stream looks pretty... Let's see. I just turned on the stream for a second to hopefully so that's the scout, I guess. And it actually looks pretty sharp. So I don't know, it must be something on your side, maybe they're transcoding after all.
Bet I could fix him up smart.
Huh, he ain't no threat.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, we need to be 54 to do it ourselves. And I guess we're not quite there yet. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
So you've been staring at the ceiling for 2 hours, bored, having a meh day. Well, I've been streaming for a few hours, so you could have come by and at least have a meh day together with me. But hi, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Feeling, I don't know, slightly tired, but otherwise, otherwise fine. And enjoying this game. So yeah, doing well. Okay, let's see. What do we want to answer? Don't you owe me something for the repairs? Well, I don't think robots can pay stuff. So I don't think that will lead anywhere. Parvati, why did you name the mechanical? Or I guess we'll do that so we're not finishing the conversation. Parvati, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Either Wave serial or something?
Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Okay, I guess that's it. I had kind of hoped that we would get him as a companion or something. But I guess we don't. But maybe we can find some junk here. Good. Oh, another lockpick. Always appreciated.
Got it. Inside voices.
Loot. Delicious, delicious loot. Oh. What's this? Frozen dinner. I could use frozen dinner now. Another light pistol. Okay, I guess that's... Oh, no, there's some stuff. Always good to have all the ammo you can get. Especially if you shoot and aim as badly as I do. Okay, those are running away. That one isn't working. That's free to pick. Oh, that's an Edgewater door. Okay, good to know. Anything else here? Oh, there's more crates to loot, I guess. Alright. I guess we're through here. Yeah, having... Aww. I like that there's like spaceships landing in the background and things like that. Flying past, you know, it feels a little more real. Because, you know, there's trivial stuff like that you have in the real world. You know, where there's just a plane flying over. So, that's always nice. Okay, let's see where that path leads us, I guess. That's just some gate. Or if we end up in someone's room and maybe get to loot a little bit. Ooh. And how we get to loot. Is that the... There are sprats here. Anybody home? No? Okay. Ah, okay, yeah, that's the Siltuna factory. What can we do here? Lost and found. Logs. One left hand, severed at the wrist, some bone damage. People, this is our second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. That's unscheduled amputation. I'll have to remember that. Oh, we had a slight unscheduled amputation here. Nothing big. Just, schedule it next time, please, before you stick your hand in the grinder. Where are we? Some sort of an engine room. Oh, that's... Power regulator, so we could steal it from here. What does this terminal do? A running self-examination. Help yourself to a refreshing tin of Spaace's cha while you wait. Power source. Spaace's choice electrical transformer. Transformer status responsive. Power regulator responsive. Query. Geothermal facility. The Emerald Vale region is powered by the Spaace's Choice geothermal facility. Spaace's Choice is proud to bring the colonists of Halcyon moderately innovative technology at a reasonable price. Spaace's Choice, the best you can afford. Disengage power regulator. I'll just check if it tells me something about it, so that's why I'm gonna save scum now. Just pushing this button. Unable to comply. The power regulator unit may not be disengaged while the transformer is active. Okay. And that looks like I'll get electrocuted if I touch it, because that's what, what's his name, Bob, said. The boss. We have a map? Not much, no. So, I don't think I'll turn this off here, because I'm pretty sure... Okay, that's where we came in, right? Okay. So back there is where we could shut off power to the town. Loose lips, pink slips. Okay. Oh, another vending machine. Let's do a bit of vending then. I like all the food replacement and food. Oh, I bought that stuff. No, no, I went to sell it. Okay. I saw the mock apple and thought those were the ones we picked up, and then no, it's actually I found it's actually what the store had. But anyway, like the parody on all the food additives is really nice in this game. So, oh, and let's sell junk. Whatever we have. Should give us at least some... Oh. Let's pluck out some more stuff I can sell around here. I like that I can just hack stuff for free these days. I don't need the hacking things for the easy ones anymore. Sell. Okay, all the food except... Okay, what else? I got a bunch of mods. And I've got some more junk to sell. Oh, let's sell some more of these weapons. What's this, 110? That's also, but this one gives more money, so of course we're gonna sell that one. Light assault rifle. Assault rifle, we already have many assault rifles. Plasma rifle, let's get rid of that one. Revolver. We have 2 revolvers. This is the one we had. 86, and this one is 102, so we can get rid of that one now because it's pretty broken. We have grenade launcher, 141, 141. Those are, I guess, the same. Yeah. Okay, so we can sell one of those. Guess we'll keep the light pistol in case the other one breaks. And we'll keep Pravati's hammer just in case. Alright. Wait, let's go back out here. So yeah, just looting and inventory managing, I guess. Probably not too exciting to watch, so I guess let's find something to do. And that is tell Ludwig that we saved the robot. Which is probably not what he meant us to do, but hey. That reminds me, I saw a screen earlier. Character... Reputation. Space's choice, friendly. Positive. Okay, 59% positive. That's kind of nice. Okay, so that's how that reputation thing works, I guess. That the vendor price get reduced by 15%. Of course, if really the escapees get are the good guys that we want to help, then this might not last.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
Sure.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
I found this bundle stashed away. Oh, thank God, we get the bundle after all. Okay, that was why it didn't show up as botched. You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
Okay, I found this bundle stashed away there.
What? All by yourself? I could have sworn I hid that bundle safe from prying eyes. Give it here. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
What do you expect I'll find down there?
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
How am I supposed to get one of those logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati, is a logic module something you could help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
So I guess we'll have to find... I wonder if the robot is still there and if we can get a logic module from him. The aforementioned mechanical Jeremy. Nope. Nobody home anymore. Jeremy, you in there? No. This robot doesn't really like that, I guess. Okay. So, the old geothermal plant. Let's look on our map. So that's where the old geothermal plant is. And Okay, what's this? Deliver reads Adelaide. They're in the botanical lab. You've learned that there are power regulators in both the Edgewater Cannery and the botanical lab elsewhere in the region, but neither can be removed unless power is routed away from them. Travel to the region's geothermal plant and route the power away from one of the locations. Reed asks you to deliver a message to a woman named Adelaide McDevitt before you head to the geothermal plant. Okay, so we need to get to the geothermal plant anyway, but first we have to deliver the message, I guess. And then we can do the geothermal plant thing together, I guess. Good to know. Let's try to be slightly efficient at least. Ooh, that looks cool. Is that like another... Not sure if that's supposed to be a building or parts of a spaceship. Yeah, I guess it could be a building like that. With that bulky area at the outside. Someone really has a Sprat collection there. What was that? Oh, just Pravati. Okay. Very nice design, this game. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And it's also like it's not quite, you know, good enough to, you know, like it's not self-explanatory, but it feels like everything has a meaning behind it or something. Like most of the buildings look kind of like, okay, they are probably like made out of prefabricated parts, which of course, you know, makes building the game easier if you can just say, well, all those buildings look the same because, well, they're built from the same parts and we're just recombining them. And that's actually what you do in the 3D engine as well to have less work. And on the other hand, you know, like it looks diverse enough or something that you don't have a problem with it.
Oh, you got that?
Oh, what's this? Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build their mechanicals with custom-tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Right, that's how you do electronics. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds, and the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Okay, there's a combat drone. And I guess that person got killed by its combat drone, his combat drone, or what? Poor guy. Thank you for your donation. And what's in here? More stuff to pick up. More money, more money. Adreno bottles, always good. We'll be using them, I'm sure. Okay, 85 meters. So I guess we're close.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything? No. Do we want to? Both these answers aren't really good. You know, like, if I come here and say, hey, Reed told me stuff, then she'll go like, okay, you're with Reed. But if I say, hey, I'm looking for the geothermal plant, then I guess I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
You could always go looking for her.
I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
Any idea where she might be hiding? Or maybe the marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skill as far as I can tell.
Any chance you could point me somewhere specific and not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around in her room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. Okay, I can't resist.
Could do without the gallows humor.
I'll leave you be. I mean, come on. How can you resist saying something like that? Okay, who are you? Deserter. Who Are you Stefan? You were mentioned. You can tell us stuff.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Hold on, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
What are you selling? Ah.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay. Let's see, we can sell you some stuff, I guess, to free our inventory up a little bit. Alright. Oh yeah, and we can sell our junk. Is this just an empty storeroom? Not quite empty. What's in there? Just some people. Okay. Computer not usable. I mean, I guess we can, you know, take care of these things for them so nobody goes and, you know, steals them or something. That would be horrid if that happened. Lots of plants. Bubbling water. Use terminal. Personal files. Password required. Let's do that. Password Silent Spring accepted. Adivit. I guess that's the lady we're about to talk to. Open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of salt tuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out the earth. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks. Physically. Spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Physically. Spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Oh, okay. Experimental notes. Open first entry. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Space's Choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own two hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I'm determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Okay, so I guess that's what she's doing.
It's so pretty.
Compost, okay. Glad we don't have games with smell yet. So I guess we'll talk to her.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
It's been cleaned. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Okay, and now... Gulp. Let's drop the bomb. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
question is he willing to make amends? Did he say that? Well, he sort of did, yeah. I think he said that. I mean, she should know him, I guess, so we'd ask you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He's mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Let's be honest, your camp has a power regulator. I needed to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Aww. Mock apple trees, but still. Pretty flowers. Some nice design. What are these? Canet statues? But that looks nice. Nice flowers and everything. It's kind of nice that you can at least look into stuff before you steal it. To kind of go like, is it worth stealing? Or, you know, like peek under the lid and they won't go, hey, are you trying to steal stuff? No. Okay. So I guess all roads lead to the geothermal plant now. Search Zoe's home for clues. Okay, let's do this one first, but then... So what did we do here? Comes another divert power. Yeah, so we delivered the message, and that's all that's left. So, okay. Let's do the Zoe mission here, because, who knows? I don't know if that was just coincidence or if that's actually how they engineered it. But, like when I started walking in this direction, he kind of took his, you know, like he had one leg over the other and he took it down and just sat straight as if he was expecting me to, you know, address him. And that's kind of, would be a nice, cool detail in the game. If, you know, they kind of tried to anticipate, okay, you're walking towards this person and they're looking in your direction, so let them react like, oh, are you talking to me, or something like that. It doesn't even have to be dialogue, you know, it could just be an animation like this. But my guess is it's just, you know, a loop where sometimes he sits with his leg over the other and sometimes not. So examine whatever that is. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the whale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Here's another one. And I guess that was the clue. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder thread. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Okay, that's not the smartest idea. Goodness gracious. Lady, really? Okay, and now we have to find her. Okay, so I guess we're going to the Marauders. I was kind of expecting they would, you know, send us, I was kind of expecting they would, you know, send us to tell them, well, she went off with the Marauders.
What is it?
Got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Okay, we can't say more.
What is it?
So, I guess there we go. It's nice, like the trees, you know, they look kind of like conifers or something, but they also have like this pineapple and, I don't know, like this leafy thing going. Everything looks kind of familiar and then not. It's a really great compromise between, you know, making it, you know, seem pretty and normal and up on closer look not. Like, you know, over there could just be a regular forest on Earth. Sky color might be a little off, depending on what area of the world you're in. And, so not going down there, so many primals. And lots of Stop talking about conifers and start eating the cotton candy plants. Yes. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Damn it, it's salted cotton candy. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, so it's a cool combination of making it looking familiar and different. So that you kind of know what you're doing and what you're dealing with, but when you look closer, you know, it still feels like an alien planet. Lots of dead marauders. Ooh, crap. Okay. That explains the dead marauders, I guess. Bunch of primals. Oh.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
That's such a cool detail, you know, like to get you the story, to tell you, okay, this is an area where people usually don't go and where the marauders rule and things like that. And she says, I don't know anybody who got out this far. You know, just this one sentence, and it kind of gives you like the mood. It tells you something about her, that she's been inside Edgewater all that time. And like also about the world, because most people do the same.
Gonna find you.
Stand and do. Right in the vitals.
No.
Take cover!
Oh, whoa. I didn't have my health bar in my eye, I guess. Okay, that wasn't good. All the way back here. Jesus. They're making me walk. Although I guess, you know, like having treadmill controls on a game might be fun. Talking about making people walk. You know, kind of doing the Wii Fit thing and... let's see if maybe we can get... Maybe we can approach from... So that woman seems to be...
Got it. Inside voices.
Who we're looking for, but I mean, if she attacks us... I kind of want to find her and, you know, like, bring her back alive if I can. Maybe we can do that somehow.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Whoops, Pravati will probably come in now. Oh, okay. Even close the door behind her, it seems good. Okay. But how can I avoid shooting at her? Okay, let's just... No, it says enemies everywhere. Okay, so... So let's go back out here, I guess. Yeah, you want what? Arena time? Yeah, I'll get you some. Okay.
Stand and deliver!
Okay, I ran near a... They probably only wanted her for the drugs and she was trying to stay alive now. Okay, at least she's not shooting at us right now. So either she's going and saying, well, you killed my friends. They were just trying to play. Or she'll say, thank goodness. I don't know, we'll see what happens.
Gosh, that's close.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
Some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Can you aggro the primal and kite it into the marauders? Oh my god, that would be... yeah, that... I'm not sure that would... Actually, I don't know how this game engine works. Like, I know in Fallout, I think there were situations where you could actually do that. You know, it really depends on how the game engine is designed. Sometimes it's just designed as there are enemies and there are friendlies and that's it. And some characters can maybe, you know, get switched from friendly to enemy or something. But, like, often it is that the enemies will not fight among each other. Whereas other games will have, you know, there are different factions, and if two of different factions arrive in the same place, or three, then they will fight each other. And then it's just like, okay, which one did they randomly pick? That would be an interesting experiment, I guess. You sound confused, or possibly unscrewed.
Only thing unscrewed around here is the head of that marauder you took down. Never seen moves like that outside my serial dramas. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How did you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
Why did you leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with him.
There was something else, actually.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
I guess that's the only choice we have to end this mission. Or we could say, I'll be back. Can we? I don't think this game will let me. I'll be back. Let's make an experiment. I don't think it will work. And so to save us all a lot of running, I'll save here. Emerald Vale. Botanical Lab. We have fast travel. Good. So let's go back there and see if now we can actually tell them, hey, she doesn't want to go back. But I mean, the mission objective says she doesn't want to. So I guess there's no way to do that, is there?
What is it?
Questions
I'll
about
tell
Zoe.
you what I can.
Nope.
What is it?
Okay, it doesn't work. So, load game. Go back. But I had to try it, you know, it would have been sad if they had added that to the game and I wouldn't have at least tried it.
Ever consider the Marauder life? It's pretty sweet.
You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? You two were friends. Stefan was planning... You know, usually what I would do is try this, you know, like if I was speaking naturally, I would say, hey, didn't you have a friend? And then would slowly work my way forward to, if that doesn't convince her, hey, he even had a episode of your favorite serial. But I'm not sure if the game will let me do that. So if it fails here, then I'll just save scum, I guess, because it's like, you know, it's a usability thing more. Like roleplay wise, I'll have to say this first and then hopefully convince her and then try that. But since the UI doesn't tell me whether that will be an option once I've said the first one, so let's try that. What about Stefan? You two were friends.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Okay. Yay, okay, so that worked. That's good. I would have totally tried the other thing at least, you know, because that's, you know, like usually if you're talking to a real person, you would kind of slowly walk your way up, but you wouldn't, you know, like spoil a surprise. Unless, you know, you think it would help somehow. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to pick up here. That's nice. It's interesting, these robot hoists kind of look like the power armor hoists in Fallout as well. So I don't know if they... Like, I wonder, like, how much was people who were on Fallout, kind of their style and sensibilities, and how much of it was, you know, like, just some of the main people being on it, and, you know, like, here, the graphics design looks very Fallout-y, but also its own thing, and so I wonder if If it was just that someone said, hey, you know, they need heavy machinery, let's, you know, do a wink wink nudge nudge and make it look slightly like the power armor stations. So that, you know, the fans that came over because they played the other game and know we do good games have something recognizable. Or whether it's just, you know, like that the same people with the same design sensibilities moved over. And so it's bound to look similar. Whoops! Should have dodged. Whoops, there's another one. Why do you have mines everywhere? It's a health and safety hazard, I tell you. The problem with dodge in this game is okay, that's where we were. Yeah, the problem with dodging in this game is that it's a very awkward key combination. Toodle is going to get an early night. Have slight sleep tight. Have a good night. Num nums. See you around. Did I go in here yet? No, I didn't. I know it's more realistic if you can only open the register from the front, but goddammit, game, give me some, you know, let me interact with something from behind if it's just if you loot items and things. That's in Fallout. It's also often that I end up, you know, looking at a like computer terminal or something, and it only works from like directly in front of it. Did I say Fallout? Borderlands, I meant. Borderlands 3. This looks basically, this is kind of the same part as the bar in the other area. So it's interesting. It looks different enough, you know, that you say it's not the same, but it's obviously, you know, like built from the same parts. Antennae. Is it antennas? Oh. Ah, again. Oops. Yeah, I guess that what Parvati has is probably an indicator of what happened to me. As well, you know, being slightly woozy and having a fuzzy view. You know, they're given their like big yellow plates. It's kind of amazing how easily you can overlook them. Oh, here's another. I guess it's the reduced colors. It's a common trick in games. Like, basically that's how Where's Waldo books work, you know? There's a lot of stuff with lots of colors, but it's like lots of different colors, like very different looking colors. But there are also, whoops. I guess I was too close again. But you know, in the end, it's like 5 or 6 colors in total on one page. And so when you go and you know, have lots of things there, it's hard to tell them apart, and then one little red white striped guy doesn't stand out that much. And that's basically what they do here. The world is so colorful that the mines can be with yellow spots as well. Because, you know, your gun has a yellow swatch, Parvati has a yellow swatch, that building is yellow on the top, and so you see lots of little yellow bits somewhere. Maybe I can run down here. No. I guess I can't get up there. Is there anything up there after all? At all? Whoops. That's where we are. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't look like there's... Oops. Jumped a bit too high, I guess. Okay, I guess I've looted everything I could here. Can't get in there. And I guess we can cheat and fast travel. Whee! Alright, let's see what we can do here. Go back to her now.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her. That's actually, you know, that makes her sound more qualified than something about wanting to be an outlaw. So maybe that means, you know, like, hey, you can recruit her as another sentry guard. She joined up with a bunch of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Alright. So now I guess we're doing the geothermal thing. But we've leveled up, so what do we do? I guess I'll spec 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And do our usual 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 thing. To get stealth, tech, and dialogue up further. We now have 45, so competent. Terrifies area of effect plus 100%, that's nice. Competent scramble duration plus 7 seconds. Persuade, cover duration plus 7 seconds, okay. Sneak attack, attack unaware enemies while crouch to deal bonus damage. Hack, competent, unlock access to restricted items and vending machines. Yes! Lockpick, novice. Okay. And plus 25% more bits in connect. Oh, that would be nice. Medical, unlock the second drug mixing slot for the inhaler. Oh, that's good. Improve your weapons and armor in the workbench. And field repair. Repair weapons and armor in the inventory. Oh, that's good. Okay, accept. Time dilation, location hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during tactical time dilation maims or cripples these body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Okay, so that's basically the VATS system from Fallout. Where, you know, like VATS shows you like the different body parts, and then you can pick one, and like it shows you the percentages, like how likely you are to actually, you know, cause a lot of damage. And so then it says like, oh yeah, for this person, like the head is the best spot to shoot, or for this one it's the arm with the gun or something. And then That helps. So, I guess they have that in the tactical time dilation now. And I have perk points that I can spend. Additional ammo. Base armor rating. More companion crit, sprint speed, walk speed, tactical time dilation, recharge rate. Damage when no, tactical time dilation meter max. 50% XP from companion kills, vendor prices, or base health. I'm thinking tactical time dilation might be a good next one, just like, so that means we can get it for longer, and it's always been like 1.5 shots or something until it timed out, so having that better. So let's do that, because that way we don't have to be that good at shooting. We're not doing the lone wolf. I mean, the walk speed or sprint speed could be useful as well, but okay, completed. So now we need to do the die robot at the geothermal plant, and then we can finish. Deserters are now friendly. You have gained bolter pistol. Wait, we got a pistol? 135. That looks like it's better than what we have. Modifications. Can we repair? Oh, you can actually repair all equipped even. Okay, let's see. This is still 110. Okay. This seems to be a lot better than the other one, so... Revolver... Is there another bolter pistol? No. Okay. But that's good that we can now repair our own stuff on the go. I don't like having to go back somewhere to get stuff fixed. Oh, but let's go to Stefan.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Well, if she says that, what are you
Fresh
selling?
off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay, sell. Let's see. So we have one rebuilt mining gear left, that's good. Wait, but we're wearing rebuilt mining gear, right? What are we wearing? Oh no, we're wearing the special thing. That is the same as rebuilt mining gear, I guess. Okay.
Something I can help you with?
Okay,
Fresh off
so
the limb.
let's go back
That includes canid meat.
and figure out what else to sell. Oh, what's this? Worker outfit. I wonder if we could go incognito. Beanie. Casual headwear. Inspiration or block? $192. Stendo site. That actually sounds like it might be worth selling, but buying. But okay, we're not buying stuff, we're only selling. light pistol, plasma rifle, revolver, assault rifle. We keep getting assault rifles, so let's just assume we won't need them. Light pistol, revolver, plasma rifle. Let's see, are we using the grenade launcher? Or like, is it worth? Okay, the grenade launcher is actually better. Oh wait, that's the light pistol I compared it to. Alright, grenade launcher is more damage, but fewer shots, but it has a knockback. Okay, let's try the grenade launcher. Impact hammer. 142. What does Parvati have? Impact hammer. 142. Okay, so that's the same. Wait. Okay, inventory. Okay, we need to get rid of this one. Add to junk. And we should probably get a... Could probably modify... If we can find a workbench somewhere. Or I guess I want to give Parvati her electricity back if we can. And I think the mod we got from Mr. Mr.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who? Him? Ah, you. Oh, and you have the workbench. Okay, good. So, modifications. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install, scope, armor plating, etc. Finally, pick the mod to install and boom, you upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favorite gear. Okay, this one... What does this mean? $142, 142, and 120. So let's say install mod. Mr. Power changes the damage type dealt to plasma damage. I guess that works. I'm assuming that these up here are Parvati's. Otherwise, we have a bit of a problem because, well, I just need to unequip it then, I guess. But it's still 142, okay. This hammer hits things really good. Tinker. Can we tinker with it? Yeah, I guess we can. It's minus 52. Oh yeah. Can actually boost this quite a bit. Let's see if we can give her pistol. Modify. Soma, what do we have? Mag. Damage type plasma. Damage type shock. And magazine size plus 50. How many? Oh, okay, it has a magazine mod and it's already magazine size. Okay, so let's tinker on that gun, I guess. Accept. Yeah, let's give her some damage. Okay, now it's getting expensive, so let's leave it at that. Can we tinker some more with the... Oh yeah, we could. Alright, so now she at least has a few good weapons. And ours, yeah, we can tinker with that as well. So let's just do that. Because we're using this gun a lot. Okay. Kind of a random stopping point. Can we put some more mods on it? Yeah, it has mods. Let's see. So rifle mod, quiet, reduces the noise. So that makes us probably, and this gives up more damage, but the other gives us more stealth. So of course we're gonna go for stealth, I guess. Enabling covert kills, yeah, of course we want that. We have 3 magazine mods that we can do, or what? Or just one? More stuff, or zap? No, I think this is already plasma, right? Yeah, or this is an energy. Okay, let's just do more. Okay. Should be helpful.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that. No. That would insult Parvati, I guess. I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Maybe you should come clean then. Why are you telling me this? I'm not sure. Like, I think it would... Well, let's try that and see. And maybe he should come clean afterwards. But, you know, never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Yeah, we found that earlier. Yeah, today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 2, found it in the cannery. Okay. I love that they did that. Because I didn't remember where I got it. I just remember I saw it and picked it up. And like one of those computers I picked up was this, and it's in my inventory. But so that means if he says there is another one... Damn it, now I forgot. I forgot where he said the other one was. You play too much SOTOR that you consider the companion's opinion. Yeah. Or Telltale Games. You know. Thomas will remember this. Part 2, found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. Of course, I didn't pay attention.
Finding one of those manuals?
I should go. So what I just complimented them for, they now didn't do. Or I guess maybe I find it in the mission logs. The Frightened Engineer. Find the 3 volumes. Thomas said he knows that at least one volume of the set is in the local community center. Ah, that was it. And that another used to be in the town of Edgewater. Well, I found one in the cannery, so that's in Edgewater, I guess. You found the 2nd volume in the Edgewater cannery. Parvati mentioned her father reading a volume of A Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical when he was working shifts at the cannery. Oh, so there's another one in Edgewater, I guess. So the cannery one is probably the one from her father. Okay. So let's go back. Where is it? That's Edgewater. That's the community center. Let's travel there and see if we can find it. Somehow I know I could be, you know, reaching a story milestone, but on the other hand I want to finish all the missions here. So, well, I'm doing the fetch quest. Somewhere above us, I guess. Is there a staircase? Or maybe we have to get on the roof of the house? Yeah, there is an upstairs area. But how do we get there? Oh, I think we didn't go in this room. The lectern. The music is getting really scary now. Oh no, I guess that's where we shot some people. Oh, but there's a staircase. Duh! Right, I didn't... Did I go up there? I guess there's still stuff lying there, so I guess I didn't go up there. I just thought, okay, let's clean out the bottom and then go to the top. Why is there all this scary music? Stop it. Game, please. No scare me. Alright, let's see. There's more scary music. Is that the stairs? That's another set of stairs I totally missed, I guess. Okay. So I guess we've got that one. Oh. And now we've got to get back to Edgewater, I guess, and find another one. Why is there a scary sound here? Oh, I guess it's just the general music and it's not related to where I am. Okay. Slices, dices, cauterizes. Plasma cutter. Raising your determination skill. Oops. Unlocks some ability that I couldn't read fast enough. Okay, let's go to the map and see. I guess we gotta find something in Edgewater. Borstwurst. It's not the worst until it's Borstwurst.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk. I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you. Let's try that.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Esther said she was going to distribute some medicine to those who needed it.
Esther's got medication? How? Did the boss get a new shipment? I'm sorry, it's just I thought we couldn't spare the medicine. Nope, I'm sorry. I can't accept help from Esther. If I deserved treatment, I wouldn't be here.
You're wrong.
Why?
You're not doing yourself any favors punishing yourself like
That
this.
is exactly what I've been doing. Not my place to dole out punishment. Not even against myself. All right, you made your point. If Esther offers to treat me, I won't turn her down.
I'll leave you be. That's not really a good place. That doesn't look good.
Something's not right. Open fire! And stay down, miscreant!
I hope that wasn't for me. It's not a nice place here. Not very healthy either.
Hey.
Okay. Oops. I shouldn't
What
have.
do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving. Okay. For a moment I forgot that that was stealing and not just taking. His choice reputation decreased. Oops. Didn't really mean to do that. Okay, I'll live with that now, I guess.
Sick days come out of my pay.
Okay, nothing in there.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
So let's see if we find any we've read that already. So I guess I'll just go around. See if I can find the last one somewhere.
I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
That's the way it
I've
goes.
never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary.
Oh, we
are
forgot this.
Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Got some questions for you if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
So who do you work for? Space's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Thanks for your time. That would never fly in the real world. You can't just go in there and open all the cells. Bounty records. All bounties posted by the Edgewater Constabulary have been authorized by Space's Choice. Open bounties. Guillaume Entrim. Former Space's Choice Associate Mechanic, terminated from his position. Constable's Memorandum. The Space's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination and Restitution has filed a writ of execution for Guillaume Gil Entrim, effective immediately. Some of you may remember Gil Entrim from his days on the cannery. Okay, Doc Maybell. Okay, wait. Which are the ones I'm supposed to get? Journal. Fistful of Decisions. Okay, no, then... Ex-Vicar turned Vicious Marauder. Wait, come again. What did it say about them? Entrim. Remain in good standing by disabusing themselves of any sympathy. I don't know, are those marauders? Yeah, I guess they are. Vicar Cotton's sermons are considered defunct and obsolete. Space's Choice. Let's decline the response. Former Vicar, acting on behalf of the Order of Scientific Inquiry, stationed on the Edgewater Vicarage, suffered psychological breakdown upon showing symptoms of plague, at large and dangerous. Nah, I'm not gonna do those, I think. They sound too much like the company is
Died a couple weeks back.
just taking people who didn't do what they wanted them to do. You know, like the physician stole Adrena time, so I guess he healed
See how
someone.
magic happens? Well, science. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh. Welcome. Oh, that's Parvati's terminal. Select an option to proceed. Trouble ticket. Hard to medium. Turn on engine. Try it again. Maintenance notes. Dang it, Clancy. I just got you back in your feet. Okay. Yeah. Don't really have the nerve to read it right now. But I guess there's a workbench. There's stuff there. Let's see if Parvati has anything. Guess it's okay. Let's see if we learn anything about Parvati.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside. Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Nice.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Still her dad's office to her. Open last search. Indumati. 2 records found. First entry. Indumati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I'll look up and think of you. Okay, so that's where her father... That's, I guess, her mother? Transcript note from Indumati. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell me her birthday will be set to the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Young Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. 1 record found. Open last entry. I sat up last night reading through the Young Space's Guide, almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. Okay, did I find it now or not? It's a little confusing. We found the first volume in Emerald Vale's community. We found the second volume in Edgewater Cannery. When he was wearing shirts to the cannery, you found a mention on Parvati's father's old terminal that he took a volume of a Young Space Guy into the cannery and left it in an unused office.
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
This is weird about games, that you can just,
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
Don't worry. We'll take care of you. Okay, so maybe we found it... I don't know where in the cannery we found it. No, that's not the cannery. That's the cannery, isn't it? So where is the unused office? Maybe here? No, that's the bathroom. That's the other exit. I wonder if those hints are all old, you know, refer to another one. Logs. There's not that many offices here. Yeah, I think that might be where I found it. So I think I already found that one. Unless there's two in the cannery, which kind of seems unlikely. Nope. So yeah, I think those hints were all for the one we already found. Well, I guess we'll go to him and give him at least the one we have. Maybe we can come back one day and search more. I was distracted. What? The books are in the old community center. Yeah, I'm back in town. Okay, yeah, I saw that. You're distracted by an attack when you were there last time. Can you go behind the stage? Why do games never give you points for refilling the fridge of your companions, huh? Whoops. Accidentally triggered that one. Okay, let's fast travel if we can. Back to the botanical lab and talk to Thomas the tank engine. And then I guess we'll finish this because I want to get this this section finished tonight. And we'll see, maybe we can give him that later.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Got one.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 1, I found it in the community center archives.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Oh, the deserters really like me now. Okay. I should go. Well, I just hope I can still find the last item. In Edgewater. Those are all steel stuff. No, I don't want to steal. At least not out in the open. Oh.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Oh. Can actually walk around here. I could have even taken the stairs. Oh, that was that room. I was already in there. Alright, no no named people to talk to, I guess. Whoops. Alright, so go into the journal. Go for Die Robot. And retrieve a logic module. And where do we find that? Somewhere over there. Okay. So out and then right. Ah, there on the right side of the screen is my dot. Good to know. It's here. Oh. Buddy here. So let's see if we can. Oh, I should have probably gone to a vendor or something to free my inventory. Let's see, how bad is our inventory? 74 of 160. Okay, that's fine. We shouldn't have a problem then. So, I guess we'll go to that factory. Before we do that, we'll have a short little break again. And hopefully see you after the break. Go get something to drink. Get up, you know. Don't sit in your chair or couch or wherever you're watching this the whole time. And see you in a short moment.
Hey, take your time. So what's the plan?
Alright, we're back, and we're ready, I guess. Oh, there's one thing I meant to do that I didn't. Give me a split second.